Today I'm partnering up with Lowe's to show you the brand new Pit Boss DX pellet smoker, both in the 850 DX and the 1150 DX model. Now, if you're in the market for a pellet smoker, this is the perfect time to actually get one. Right now, Lowe's is having a huge Black Friday sale. Both of these smokers behind me are on sale right now, and we have Thanksgiving coming up. And so for Thanksgiving, you could actually smoke your turkey on a pellet smoker. And once you do, you will never, ever cook your turkey in the oven ever again. Now, what's great about the DX series pellet smoker is this is a brand new line that came out for 2025. And I look at these grills as Pit Boss's trickle down technology into a very affordable package. They took all the features of their very high-end grills and came out with a series that has everything you need to smoke and then skips on some of the bells and whistles, so you're not paying a lot of money for a great pellet smoker. Right now, we're going to cover both specs on each of the smokers, look at all their features, and by the end of this video, you'll see if the Pit Boss DX series pellet smoker is right for you. All right, really quickly, I want to go over how a pellet smoker works. This side of the grill, you're going to have what's known as a hopper. This lid lifts up, and here's where you're going to put your pellets. The pellets are going to be the fuel to actually get this thing up to temp and whatnot. Down in there, there is an auger, and that auger is going to spin, and those will transport the pellets into the center of the grill where there's going to be a burn pot. Now, how to control the pellet smoker, you have a digital control board there. There you're going to set the temperature ranging anywhere from 180 Fahrenheit all the way up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. And then when we lift the lid here, we have pretty much the bottom grates there. There's 3 individual grates. You have a top rack here. And then what I really like is this lever right here. You pull this back and that actually opens up the sear function here. So right underneath those open grates, you have a burn pot, and there you can get up to 1,000-degree flame. So when you want to sear some steaks, it is very awesome for that. So this thing does your low and slow barbecue all the way up to your hot and fast cooks. And all you're going to need is just your fuel, which is going to be your pellets, and then pellets range in all different hardwoods so you can get kind of different flavored smoke. And then pretty much all that grease and stuff like that drops into a little grease pan right in there. And it is very, very easy to use and operate. All right, looking at the 850 DX, the hopper size is 21 pounds. That means you can store in the hopper 21 pounds of pellets. To do the math, usually at about 250 degrees, you're burning a pound of pellets per smoking hour. So if you're smoking at 250, you'll get about 20 to 21 hours of smoking with this hopper size. Underneath the hood, you have your top rack, your bottom rack. I've used this grill now for a few months, and I never use the top rack. To me, it gets in the way. So usually if I'm smoking, I just end up just removing the top rack. As far as space, what we're working with here, pretty much you have 18 inches deep by about 28 inches. And so that is plenty for if you wanted to do, say, 2 briskets, a few pork butts, a few racks of ribs. Definitely has enough space to cover anything you want to barbecue in your backyard. It has the sear rod on the side, so when you want those high temp quick cook sears, great for that. You're going to have a fixed side shelf where you can actually hang your utensils, and then underneath the grill you have a shelf if you wanted to actually store anything down there. All right, now looking at the 1150 DX, this is the biggest make and model they make. You have a 30-pound hopper, meaning that if you're doing those long overnight cooks, you have a longer smoking window to actually smoke your barbecue and whatnot. Looking under the hood, you have your top rack here, you have your bottom racks. What I like about the 1150 series is that top rack is almost 13 inches wide. So it definitely has enough room if you wanted to actually put barbecue up here. And then what I like is if you want to keep your grill nice and clean, I'll put like a water pan underneath that. And that kind of helps two things. It helps catch all the drippings and whatnot, and it also adds more moisture into your cabinet while you're smoking meat. So definitely you could utilize the top rack if you wanted. And then underneath, you're looking at about 19 inches deep by about 34 inches. So 19 by 34. So you have even more room on the 1150DX to do more smoking and whatnot. And then you do have the side shelf here, and then you are also going to have a large platform underneath the grill if you wanted to store anything underneath it. Now, both of these grills hook up to Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, so if you're using the Pit Boss phone app, you can actually see what's going on not only inside your pellet smoker, but also what temperature your meat is at from the comfort of inside your house. You don't actually have to come outside to check on your barbecue. So now the big question is, what is the best deal? Right now, the 850DX is on a Black Friday sale at Lowe's for $4.99. That's $100 off its normal price. And the 1150DX is going for $5.99. That is $100 off its normal price at $6.99. So you're looking at a difference of $100. And the main question is it worth an extra $100 to go up to the next model size, which is the 1150DX? And my answer is 100% yes. And it's not just about the size. The DX 1150 has one feature that none of the other DX models have, and let me show you what it is. So when it comes to cleaning out your burn pot on the 850, and there's another lower model beneath that, you're going to have to take out both racks. You're going to have to take out the heat deflector, and then from there you're going to have access to the burn pot. You can take a shop vac, you can vacuum that out, and you pretty much have to get your hands dirty to clean out the burn pot. The 1150, on the other hand, since you have enough room underneath the grill right here, you have a latch right here, and you can actually access the burn pot from underneath the grill. To me, that is an absolute game changer because you can now clean out your burn pot without ever getting your hands dirty. And then a bonus thing you can do is if you empty out your burn pot and actually put fresh pellets into that burn pot, put it back in, start it up, your pellet smoker will actually get up to temperature faster because it already has fresh pellets in the burn pot ready to go. Now you can do it on other makes and models, but you have to take everything out and it is just a pain in the butt. So definitely if I'm looking at getting a new pellet smoker, it has to have that feature for just an easy clean out. If you don't have it, it's not the end of the world, but just know you actually have to take out all the grates and deflector plates to access and clean out your burn pot. Now, it's recommended any make or model pellet smoker you have, at least once every 3 to 6 months, take everything out and really just do a deep clean of your pellet smoker. That's just what I do to help my smokers run a very, very long time. But having access to clean out my burn pot at the very end of the cook is definitely a game changer. So I personally recommend look at the 1150DX pellet smoker. It is the best deal on the market right now. Black Friday sale, $5.99. You got to jump on this. Sale doesn't last forever. After that, jumps back up an extra $100. So definitely take advantage for that. I will link both smokers in the description and in YouTube shopping, so you can check it out right now. Add it to the cart, instant $100 off, and then you are going to be prepped and ready for Thanksgiving. All right, guys, that wraps up today's video. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, do consider subscribing. I love teaching all things backyard barbecue, and I guarantee you and your family are going to be eating good. Any questions, leave them in the comment section. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Grill Sergeant out. Woo!